This is Suzanne.
This is Roxie.
And Suzanne.
And Lauri. Today on our little get-together, we're going to talk about generational slang. Every generation feels the need to come up with new words that mean the same as the last group of generations had for their slang. Some of it comes and it goes, and it fades out as fast as it comes in, and some of it stays forever. That is an example here. Far out. Now, the four of us, I'm sure, said far out many, many times in the 70s. And to the point where my mother said, stop saying far out. I can't stand it anymore. And then it faded away pretty quick. But then the word cool has been with us since the 50s. And we still say it. As a matter of fact, when we were getting together, right before we came in to start our show, I think every one of us said cool at least once.
Yeah, but cool is our slang.
It's part of it.
So we hold on to it
sure.
forever. It's like, your grandfather who always said swell or
That's true.
Jumpin' Jiminy. I mean, he said that till the day he died, but it's nobody else was doing it anymore.
So that reminds me of an I Love Lucy episode where she was going to have her baby and she wanted to make sure that everybody could speak good English in front of the baby. Of course, Ricky was, he was not in on this particular meeting. Well, anyway, they get this professor to come over, played by Hans Conried, and he was very officious. And he said, well, there's two words that you shouldn't use. That's swell and lousy. And he said, well, tell us the lousy one first. Okay, well, then tell us the swell one then. And it was kind of for a few minutes, it went on with one of these who's on first kind of things.
Yeah, who's on first.
Yeah, so, and those were the words that, they used swell, in the 30s and 40s and 50s. And then we took over a little bit later and we came up with cool. And then in the 60s, all of the information that we had about that we wanted to change, like it was all kind of druggy stuff, a lot of it. It was smack for heroin and pot and weed for marijuana. But you know what? Like cool, weed is still around.
Yes, weed is still around.
It's still around. I mean, in many different
That's
ways.
because it's legal. That's why it's still around.
Okay, so...
Or you're talking about the word.
Yes, that's right. In the 50s, everything was neat. Oh, that's so neat. And if
Or neato.
Or it could be neato. Or it could be neato jet.
No. The word in the 50s was bitchin'.
It was?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In the
I
50s?
didn't say
Yeah, it
bitch
was the
until...
late 50s.
Mm.
Late.
Oh,
I didn't hear
more of a
bitch until
60s
I was
thing.
in the 60s. So
I don't know. You
I
want me
must
to look it up?
not have been paying
Should
attention.
Wait a minute. Should I Google it?
So anyway,
There's some slang.
there's a lot of slang going around, and some of it stays, some of it goes. So why don't we just discuss that
Well, talking about
for a while?
bitchin', I remember the song that they had on the radio, and that would have been probably in the late 60s. It was "He's Got a Bitchin' Cell Phone" in his car. It was some guy. It was a real stupid song. But
Well, not a cell phone.
He's got a bitchin'
Yeah.
cell phone.
Not a cell phone.
Not in the 60s.
Yeah.
They had
car
auto.
phone.
They had
Maybe a
car
car
phone.
phone.
Car
He had a
phones,
bitchin' car
but
phone.
They didn't have
But-
cell phones.
But yeah, so I mean, that had a lot of staying power because I don't remember a car phone until well into the...
Well, I
Thanks.
remember in 1969 when I had my yearbook
Oh yeah.
and Karen Plummer or somebody from our class wrote in my book to a real bitchin' girl. And I got in such trouble from my parents. Who's writing that kind of stuff in your yearbook? That filthy language.
I bringing up Marianne again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she said bitch and her mom slapped her.
Ooh. Oh wow. Well, I remember
That's not what it means.
have a bitch in summer.
Yeah.
That's what they would always
And
say.
stay as sweet as you are.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, so it wasn't... Yeah, have a bitch in summer.
Yeah, but that was not acceptable in my household to have that written down in a yearbook. So.
I don't think my parents even looked at my yearbook. Probably for the best. But anyway, yeah. But there are, like you said, every generation or so, they want to express the same things. That something is really good, and it goes from being hot to cool to bitchin' to sick. The first time somebody said to me, "Oh, that's sick," I thought it was a good thing. Well, it is a good thing,
Or dope.
Or dope.
He's
yeah.
so dope.
Oh,
And I went,
it's dope.
Okay.
Or bad, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad, yeah.
Yeah, so now you're talking about opposites, right?
It
Words
seems
that are
like they rock
opposite.
back and forth.
Yeah, they go back and forth when it's cool, then it's hot, right? So we're going to change the word so it's going to be the exact opposite of what you use.
Well, that's not very creative.
Well,
It's just rebellious. It's
Yeah.
just
it is just rebellion.
it's just bratty.
I mean, I used to root against the opposite football team that my dad was rooting for to make him mad. I didn't
Oh.
even really care. It was just,
Well,
sorry, Dad.
well, it kept his circulation going.
Well, it's true that the thing about slang is that it creates a certain identity for your own particular group that excludes other groups. It excludes the old folks, or it excludes the people who aren't hip like you are, or whatever. And that's part of what the purpose of slang is that you become your own little clique of
A
people
clique,
that
right,
know
you're
what it means.
A club.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like sick. You heard it and went,
Say again? Yeah.
and that's what you want to do.
That's true, but
Keep
it used
people-
to be that slang was something that you would hit a word now and then, and you could kind of like piece together what they were really saying, because it was only like one word. But now there are times when I was listening to something, I think it was a broadcast or it was on the TV or something, but these two people were talking and they were like 20 something, so I don't know what gen that makes them, and they had an entire paragraph of conversation, and I had no idea what they were talking about or whether it was good or bad or indifferent. And I looked at my daughter, who's a generation behind, and I said, what was that? And she goes, I don't know. She says, they do that. It's crazy, Mom. I was like, okay, I'm totally lost now.
Well, they take a lot of words that they have the word, but then they just like shorten it,
Mhm.
like Riz
Mm-hmm.
for charisma.
Charisma.
Mhm.
Or totes
Yeah,
for
To-
totally.
yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totally.
That was part of the Valley Girl routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, like remember gag me with a spoon?
Oh,
Remember
yeah,
that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, everybody thought that people from California talked that way all the time. And I never did. I said, well, I'm not a Valley girl.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I knew a lot of Valley girls, and they didn't.
They didn't
really
talk that way?
speak that way. No, I mean, there was maybe a small group of people, but because they did that movie Valley Girl with
Mhm.
Nick Cage, everybody was like, "Oh, like, everybody talks like that." It's like, no,
Totally.
they don't. It's like the beatniks. The beatniks had a lot of slang, and some of it went into the '50s slang.
Uh-huh.
I was just researching a little bit of 50s slang for a little 10-minute short play that I wrote. And one of the ones that I found was, ain't that a bite? I had never heard of that, but that was a beatnik slang.
What did it mean?
Isn't that interesting?
Oh, a bite.
Ain't that a bite?
Yeah.
Ain't that
But,
a bite?
Daddy-O slid over into 50s language. So
Yeah.
did Pop.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And are you trying to wig me out? You're going to wig me out. Wig me out
Yeah.
also slid over. And that was all beatnik language.
And well, then it was kind of picked up and kind of morphed around into the hippie language.
Yes.
Because they were the
Yeah.
next group that they were doing that. Like like fab. Well, fabulous
Yeah,
fab.
fab.
That was the Beatles gave us that one. And they also had one called gear.
Mm-hmm.
Gear meant great
It
or
was real
good
good.
or whatever. And that one didn't stick, but fab. Oh, it's so fab.
That's like groovy. I hated that word
Oh,
too.
groovy.
That was a horrible word. Like I never used that word.
But you know
No,
what? I
no,
never did either, but I use it all the time now.
do you?
Groovy?
I do, yeah. I say it all the time now.
Oh, so you're so
because-
retro.
Well, that's why. It's because somehow it sets me back into my youth or something. I'm not quite sure what, but yeah, I always thought it was such a stupid word back in the 60s.
Well, groovy
Feeling
refers to
groovy.
records
Do-do-do-do-do.
because they have grooves in the records.
uh-huh. Well, okay. So
I-
that was
Now
but
it no,
when you
wouldn't
were
make sense
grooving-
because we don't have records anymore.
Well, I remember
That's
Michael
actually-
used to say
the
groovy.
records are they're a big thing now.
They're making a comeback. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's right. They're my nephew who is 30.
Yeah, vinyl.
Josh, how old are you? 30. Anyway, yeah, he's all into vinyl. I gave
Uh-huh.
him all of the stuff that I had. I had records I had the big thick records from the 40s.
Oh, well, those were Bakelite. They were made.
Yeah, yeah, they were like this. you could kill somebody with those records.
Was it 33 1/3?
They were so thick.
No, they were 78s.
Oh,
Yes, they
Those-
were.
Yeah, the
Yes,
great
they were.
big one. They were great big
They were
ones.
78s.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah. I have a few of those.
But then
the
you
Ballad
could-
of Davy Crockett.
Then you could play them though at different speeds.
Oh, I
because
love
you
that.
could adjust the speed on
That was
your
fun.
record player.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't do
kind of
that
like that.
anymore.
We used to do that with 33 and we put it on 78. So
Uh-huh.
sounds like Alvin
Alvin
and
and
the
the Chipmunks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, we had such fun.
Oh yeah, or you could do what I did to my little sister, which sorry Leslie if you're listening to this, was torture her. I would put the song Wipeout on 33
Oh,
and it would go
whoa.
and I would put her in the room and shut the light off and shut the door.
Oh.
Yes, I was very cruel to my little sister. I don't know why she likes me.
Well, it was funny because when I was a kid, it was my sister and me, and she was older, and it was my job to torture her. So as a younger kid, I got to do a lot of things like, I had a little rubber spider.
But you guys are kind of close in age.
yeah, 2 years.
Yeah, Leslie and I are 9 years apart.
Oh, well, okay, that makes sense now. But I had a little rubber spider, and it was about the size of a quarter with with all its legs too, and so it looked like a real spider. And I put it in her underwear drawer and just pulled it. And then one time I was setting the table, and my mother was putting baked potatoes around it. I snuck it under my sister's baked potato. And just terrible things. I hide in the closet because I knew she was going to go somewhere. So I get into the clothes closet, and then when she'd open the door to get her coat out, it was like, stop that. I stopped it when I was about 21.
Well, you had a good run then.
Yeah. Well, she got married.
Oh, she
over
left the
now.
house.
Yeah, it's over. It's over now.
Oh, shucks.
It really is interesting, though, how certain slang sets a thing in a time period. Like Suzanne, you were talking about writing the play, and you're looking up terminology
Yeah.
it really does like set it into a specific time and place when you think of that slang. I mean, like, if you think of the 20s, you think
Yeah.
of like the cat's meow
Yeah.
and the bee's knees and, things
23
like
skidoo.
23 skidoo. And
I love the language from the 30s and the 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in film. I mean, everything was so witty. The way they responded to things. I was telling Roxie, I remember this one. I don't remember the movie, but I remember there was this detective, and he was grilling this actress, and he said, "Listen, sister," and she said, "Say, if I thought that was true, I'd disown my parents."
Yeah, they were always fast on the uptake there.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
It sounds like Philip Marlowe or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, well, in the 30s and stuff, they had tons of this stuff to say about other things, synonyms or whatever. And it's like money. Nobody ever said money. They would say cash. And I'm not sure, but I think cash began its life as a slang word. Now it's used, cash or charge or whatever.
But money is a slang term for swingers.
Oh,
It is. Your money
Your
means you're cool.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway.
So-
But
I didn't know you knew so much about swingers.
I'm actually just kind of watched the movie.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well, I also wrote down a bunch of other ones I can remember for the movies. Moolah
Sure.
and Samoleon, which of course, is kind of, they're similar. Jack, I have no, you have some Jack. Cabbage.
I have never heard Jack.
You
Fish.
have?
You? No.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have, I think. Sure.
And also Benjamins. That's one we use
Oh,
now.
Benjamin's.
And of course a fin was a 5 and a sawbuck was a 10.
Lincoln's.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
five.
Then there was Dead Presidents that came out not too long ago.
Right, yeah.
And my personal favorite was in a movie, and it was a Morgenthau mash note. And I had to think about that one for a while.
Morgenthau. is a
Morgenthau was
banker.
the Secretary of the Treasury.
Mm.
And so he signed the money and a Morgenthau mash note. We get a little alliteration there.
Your little love for Morgenthau.
It's way too long.
I know.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Filthy
That's
lucre.
way too long. And I don't like
Yeah.
calling something that I have to look up.
Well, yeah, well, like I said,
What in the heck is that?
Now we don't talk about cash. We talk
No.
about Venmo me.
Venmo,
Yeah.
PayPal,
Yeah.
Zelle.
Zelle. Yeah. Because nobody uses cash anymore.
Well, I do, but impossible. Yeah. Anyhow, there's just a lot of stuff. My dad used to talk about the elusive spondulics. And that comes from a W.C. Fields movie, which means money you can't get.
Yeah.
And I thought, but he used to use the term spondulics all the time. And I thought, what the heck is that, Dad? And so, we had, so I had to ask him, and then he had to ask me what I was talking about. And yeah, and in the 50s, everything was, jet propelled, like if you had a good time, it was a blast. Oh, we had a blast.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think I wasn't talking to you, Lauri, but I was talking to Suzanne and Roxie the other day, and I was flabbergasted that my daughter-in-law didn't know I used the term noogie noogie. I said, "Oh, that person is also noogie noogie," and I was flabbergasted that she had never heard of that term and didn't know what it was. And I was telling that to Suzanne and Roxie yesterday, and they both said, "What does that mean?"
Yeah,
I
we
don't
were-
know what that
Yeah,
is.
We were flabbergasted by
I was
that
just
word.
knitting my brow
Yeah,
just now
and
about
so-
that myself.
And it's a term that I've used all of my life. I don't know where I got it from. Noogie noogie, which means like
Well,
excessively prissy, sort of, in my mind.
Oh.
So then I went, my God, I'm going to go on the internet and I'm going to prove to them that noogie noogie is a word and what its origins are.
And
And the internet said,
Huh?
0 results.
sure you
So
didn't make it up.
apparently noogie noogie is not a recognizable.
And then my
slang.
response to you was that I've heard of nookie,
Well, right.
which is pretty much sex, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's not what noogie
This
noogie.
is-
Noogie noogie
Noogies-
means like really
noogies
prissy.
is this thing where you put your
I know.
middle finger into
your knuckle,
into your
middle
fist,
knuckle.
your knuckle, the middle knuckle there,
Yeah, and
and
then
you
rub
pop
somebody's
somebody
head.
with it, and it leaves a bruise. So.
Or you rub the top
Oh,
of
you
their
tap
head.
somebody,
Yeah.
yeah, rub their head.
I know. Well, the internet recognizes that, but they do not recognize the term. Oh, it's so noogie noogie, or she's so noogie noogie. And so I have no idea where I got that from. I feel like maybe it was handed down through the generations in my
Probably.
family, but I don't. And I always thought it was just like, I've used it all the time. And I always thought I was communicating to everybody, but it's my own secret code, my own secret language that does not translate to my generation.
Did you try various spellings?
Well,
It started with a G or something.
Gnoogie.
Or maybe a K, a silent K.
Yeah, Gnoogie.
Like knuckle.
Yeah.
Canute.
Or silent E. P-N-O-O-G-I-E. I don't.
If any of our listeners know what a noogie noogie is, please send us a note.
That's right, and then it will also prove that we have listeners, and that's even better.
Even I'm going to be tossing and turning tonight, trying to figure out where I can look to find out what noogie.
But it's somewhere along the line, the first person used one of these phrases, and it became.
And it caught on.
Yeah, and it caught on. So maybe now noogie noogie will catch on. Who knows? You never know. It's now floating out there in the universe.
I don't see
Yeah,
Jen
it'll never go
A
away.
picking that up right away.
You don't
but,
think so,
you
huh?
never know. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Speaking of Gen A, my
Yeah.
granddaughters, who are part of Gen A, they have two favorite phrases that I hear them use all the time. One is aesthetic. Oh, it's so aesthetic. And to us, aesthetic means like artistic or something like that. But to them, it means like trendy and stylish, very stylish.
Very in.
Yeah,
Okay.
very in, very and so if something is aesthetic to them, it's like right of the moment, trendy,
Cutting
stylish.
edge stuff.
Yes, uh-huh.
Oh.
And sometimes we were so awful in the 60s.
What's the other one that they have?
Well, what about everybody got called a retard.
Oh,
Well, that's true.
Oh, it's such a retard. Or
well,
that is
yeah.
so retarded.
You know,
You know,
and
we
that's
were
a
bad.
big no-no when you work with disabled students.
Yes.
But Ethel, who I used to work with, who is probably not listening to this, but I'm going to tell her I mentioned her. She said that to somebody in the office.
Oh no.
She goes, "Oh, you're so retarded," and our director came out and said, "Don't you ever say that again."
I was going to say,
she was like,
we
"What?"
may have to cut this whole section out of this broadcast because I sent a note to someone and I used the voice thing on my phone and I said that I couldn't get out of my house the other day because there was all this work on the street. My street was being retarded.
Oh.
And when it came out, I sent it to someone and they sent it back to me because they said, look what they did. And the word retard was in gray rather than black, and it had a line through it. Someone had edited me.
Oh.
Maybe it was Siri. Thanks a lot. Or maybe it was whoever it is that listens to every single thing we say on these phones.
Oh, that's.
But so we may be canceled for this right here.
Well, I have
But,
one more spaz. Remember that spaz? Oh, you're such a
You're
spaz.
such a spaz. Yeah.
And so aesthetic is a whole lot nicer than that.
Absolutely. There's lots better things than that.
Well, one of the things that you don't want to be called, if you're one of my granddaughters,
Jen A.
she got called that by one of her friends, and she was very upset. And that's a pick-me girl. A pick-me girl. And pick-me girl is like you're trying to stand out too much.
Oh,
you know,
someone
you're
who-
not.
Yeah.
Wants to please.
You're like
Look at
trying to
me.
please too much, and you're trying to, And I think that this friend was calling her a pick-me girl because she was like too advanced in the classroom. She knew all the answers,
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Which, of course, even back in our day, you didn't want to be too smart.
No,
You didn't
that's
want to
true.
show
You were a
anybody
kiss-up
that you were
then.
too smart. Then you
Oh,
had a
kiss up. Yeah, that was. I had a lot of
So,
kiss ups.
yeah.
But actually, I
classes over
question
the
the
years.
use of the term friend in this case. One of her friends.
Some of her older relatives questioned that too. But
Uh-huh.
anyway.
Well, pick me, that comes awfully close to racism. And if you say
No,
it fast.
No, it just means pick me.
Pick me,
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it means. But
It's like
But no, that's
Horowitz.
You can't.
You get what I'm
cannot-
saying?
Yes, I know, but you can't. There's a definite difference in the two words and how you pronounce them.
that's true. But if you say it real
yeah,
quick,
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
And actually, no. So yeah.
Well, also like, talking about opposites and stuff, a current term for something that's very trendy and fashionable is drip.
Yeah,
And
that-
back in our day, if you
Oh.
said, "Oh, she's such a
Such a
drip," or
drip.
"She's
Yeah.
so drip,"
Yeah,
then
you're a
that,
drip.
that-
Yeah.
They-
It's just-
she'd
and
give you a
that's-
knuckle sandwich.
that's a beatnik slang term as well.
Yeah,
Drip.
to be a
Mhm.
drip would not be a good thing, but
Yeah,
I guess
remember-
now it is good.
remember Marty on Spinning Marty? He was
Yeah.
a drip.
He was?
yeah. I guess he was.
Marty was a drip. Okay.
Ah,
Hmm?
is that actor still alive?
What?
Don't know.
David Stollery?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, but no, Marty was
No,
the
the character
drip, not
was the
the
drip,
actor. He
yeah.
carried it off quite well.
He was a great actor because he was able to act like a drip.
There you go. Yes, and we love you.
Well, he was very
Don't sue us.
successful. Remember, Roxie, when we went to that, we went to see a play at a recreation center, and it was designed by David Stollery. Remember that?
No,
Yeah.
I
It was
didn't
on-
know.
We went to Sherman Oaks or someplace to see some show.
Oh,
Yes,
Lord.
and he is still alive.
I don't
okay.
think he is.
He is. And he's
Thank
84 years old.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we're happy.
84.
Oh,
Thank
happy
goodness.
birthday to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, good for you.
Many happy returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember playing a drip.
And happy birthday on January 18th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is the thing with this, trying to find this in the 50s or 60s. Yeah, we never would have found anything.
No,
That's
no.
right.
Because you didn't have Google.
That's right.
Which is a verb.
I remember doing all my papers and everything for school up until 95, getting my degree, having to go to the library and actually look through library cards to find
Oh yeah.
research.
Yeah.
And when I would have students complain to me, well, I have to look this stuff up. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to slap you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I used to have to do? I had to walk through the snow 3 miles to the library. Uphill
Yeah.
to the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Whittier Hills, they had,
Yeah.
many feet of
Bacon.
snow.
I used to
and-
have to walk up Bacon Road.
Yeah.
I worked in the library at Sierra High, and I did that before school every day for a couple of years. And I learned the Dewey Decimal System, and I could navigate those card stacks like
So
nobody's
you were
business.
A pick me girl.
Wish I had known you back then.
Pick me.
Pick me.
Pick me girl.
Yeah.
No, I just would rather be there than hanging around outside.
Well, my sister did a lot of library stuff. And then she went to college and majored in library science. So I guess it stuck with her.
I didn't get quite that crazy about it, but I did enjoy it.
Okay, we're all looking at our lists of slangs that we wrote down.
Well, I wanted to go back to the very, very beginning because one of the first slang terms that I can recall hearing or seeing that stuck with me was in The Music Man when he's talking about trouble here in River City.
Oh, yeah.
Are your children going out and, rolling their cuffs down below their knees? And are strange phrases moving into their language like swell and so's your old man, And I thought of it because last night I watched the Jimmy Kimmel thing, and he had Matt Damon on, and they were doing that usual thing that they do where they're very silly to each other. And Jimmy Kimmel goes, "You kiss your mother with that mouth?" To which Matt Damon replied, "No, I kissed your mother with that mouth."
Oh,
It was like,
dear.
oh gosh, oh no. But that was another thing. Your mother is so whatever, that was
Very high jinx.
very high jinx. Yeah. But anyway, I thought, swell, and so's your old man.
And then Sins.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
that was to cover up the
to cover up the
telltale
smoking.
smoke, tobacco smoke with Sin,
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah.
which is horrible stuff.
Yeah, I tried it one time. Somebody gave it to me, and I went, ew.
Yeah. It was like licorice, but it burned your tongue.
Yeah, it
I was
did.
like, oh gosh.
It was bad licorice.
It was bad licorice. So anyway,
Well, one of the things that is current, that's a form of slang, at least if you wouldn't call it slang, is the use of acronyms all the time.
Oh, all the time.
And like sometimes you can figure them out. We had SWAC, sealed with a kiss,
Mhm.
but every single communication on the internet these days is just laced with all of these.
Yeah,
Uh,
you're right.
yeah.
And they have like
UK. If you know, you know. But if you don't,
Oh,
Are we done?
Yeah, no, we're not done. Go on, finish.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
keep going.
if you
Go ahead. Go ahead.
all of those, any of those, LMAO, and
Yeah.
if you know what that means. But if you don't know what it means, then it excludes you from it, and that's part of what slang
Well, how
does.
about
is it
That's laughing
keeps
my
you-
ass off.
yeah.
Well, how about FOMO?
Oh,
Fear of
that's
missing out.
Fear of missing out.
You know what? Yeah, fear of missing out. But you look at that the first time you see it, and you go, "Uh-oh."
Everybody's got FOMO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all do. In all,
Or YOLO.
yes.
Yeah,
You
only
only
live
live
You
once.
only live once.
That's right.
Yeah. But when you first look at it, you think, yo-yo? What? Oh no, YOLO. It's intended to exclude.
yeah.
And it's doing a great job in this.
That's
day.
right. It really does. And I guess that in general, that's really what slang is all about: is keeping your group within your group and not letting it's a secret code
Yeah. it's
that if
different,
you
yeah,
don't
for
know what it
everybody.
is, then you're not part of our group. And so
Okay. I
kind of
feel left
insidious.
FOMO.
FOMO.
out. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so Roxy's timer went off again.
Sorry.
That's right.
Oh, don't
The edibles are
apologize.
ready.
Yeah. Once more, we hope that you join us next time, or where we're not going to tell you what we're going to talk about because we have no idea.
We really don't.
We really don't.
So until then, it's Suzanne.
Lauri.
Susan.
Roxy.
And
And
we are
Three Old Broads and a Lady.